Yo, once again, it's on. Back at you one more again, REALKENZ TV in the house like kitchen sinks. So I get off of work last night at about midnight. I had been working since about 10:30, 11 o'clock a.m. So it was a long day for me. Not anything out of the norm between working and doing the YouTube videos. It's not really anything out of the norm. A couple of my, friends wanted me to go out last night. I said, no, I'm going to stay home and I'm going to reflect. I'm going to reflect on some things and just really take the time to just, get my mental capacity together. Because, see, when you've done prison time, and it's not necessarily just the people that have done prison time, you never really can get beside yourself. So I always try to, if I feel myself getting too high, or even if I don't, maintain and bring yourself back down to reality if you find yourself going to different places, if you will. Now, before I get into this afternoon's reflection, understand that I'm self-proclaimed Mr. 30 Minutes or Better, meaning that anytime I bring you a story or video, it's guaranteed to be 30 minutes or better. So if you're on your way to work, you're at work, you don't feel like being at work, you mad because you done sit in a chair after a co-worker and the motherfucking chair is stinking and shit. Now you walking around, your pants is stinking because you done sit down after an individual. Or you're on your way home from work, you're happy that you're off. You can take a nap. Perhaps you're trying to go to sleep at night, depending on whatever time you view or listen to this video. You need to laugh, you need to cry. Or you're just in a mood for a good old-fashioned penitentiary true story. Keyword being true, / life story, life experience. This is a channel for you. If you like 8, 9, 10, 12-minute videos, absolutely nothing wrong with that. But at REALKENZ TV, it's 30 minutes or better. So with all that being said, to wrap that soliloquy, if you will, up into a nutshell, pause, there is a message. As I mentioned, I went home last night and, I went home and I ate. It was probably about 12:30 by the time I got home, a.m. I ate a little something, nothing heavy, because I don't like to eat really, really late. So I ate something light, maybe like a chili dog and like a small amount of fries. That's it. Drank me a couple bottles of water, went in. I don't like to lay down on my food, so I set up and, I surfed YouTube and I watched Trap Talk Blue, one of my favorite, probably my favorite YouTube channel. Y'all go check him out. Trap Talk Blue. He's out of Detroit, Michigan. And I watched a couple other things on YouTube. Before I fell asleep, I put on a Fleece Johnson video. Now, it's not as though I was intending to fall asleep on a Fleece Johnson video. It was just every night I go to sleep and I'm listening to someone on YouTube. It just happened to be Fleece Johnson last night. I rock with Fleece Johnson. Hustler Spirit 502 featuring Fleece Johnson and Big Lee. Although I don't agree with the things that he was doing while he was in prison, everybody makes mistakes. Everybody has an opportunity to correct their mistakes, and he's come home, and who am I to judge anybody? Who am I to judge anyone? So that's the reason I say I rock with Fleece Johnson and Big Lee. So I'm listening to the video, and eventually, I doze off. I don't know exactly what time it was when I dozed off, but I want to say it was after 3 a.m., because I, remember looking at the time. Before I get into this story, once again, shout out to the truck drivers, man. Shout out to the truck drivers that's out there on the road, that's making it happen for us when we order our clothes, shoes, the furniture, jewelry, whatever we may order on Amazon or the different sites. If it's not for those truck drivers that's out there putting in those long, grueling hours, dangerous hours on them roads, we wouldn't get those items in time. So once again, shout out to everybody. But I say shout out especially to the truck drivers. And I make my longer videos for the people that are at work, that are trying to kill time. Like I said, just don't feel like being there, and I definitely understand. So as I mentioned, I'm listening to the video, I'm laughing, and I'm kind of dozing off. I'm laughing, and I'm kind of dozing off. And Fleece doesn't always just make you laugh. He raises and makes some serious points. So everything's not a game. Everything's not a joke. Fall asleep. I'm out. At some point while I'm asleep, I have a dream. Now, I don't know. I'm assuming I don't really do the whole dream study as far as knowing why people dream, the things that they dream. I just think that you just dream. I don't really think dreams mean anything. Just me personally. I've dreamt that I've won the lottery numerous of times. Have I won the lottery? No. So I don't really think dreams mean anything. And if they do, I don't think that they mean like, okay, you dreamt of it, so it's going to happen. Basically put it that way. I think everything means something. But I don't necessarily mean that dreams are going to come true just because you dreamt it. I'm in the penitentiary. I don't even know how I got into penitentiary. I'm in the penitentiary. Because you know how dreams, you don't remember every single part of the dream, every single moment. I'm in the pen. They sent me to Eddyville, Kentucky State Penitentiary. Home of death row. Back in the 70s, 80s, 90s, early 2000s, the most notorious penitentiary in Kentucky. You did not want to go. Now, I don't know exactly how it is now. People say, oh, it's all check-ins now. Check-ins is people that's in PC. But I'm quite sure that the whole yard is not check-ins. You know, they may have some check-ins. But just because you a check-in don't mean you're not a gorilla. Don't mean you're not a gangster. It just means, you know, maybe, you know, things got a little hectic for you. If you got 15 people trying to kill you, trying to unalive you rather, and you one person, you got one knife, what are you going to do? So you can't necessarily, you know, go off of, oh man, this person checked in, you know, because you just never know. But nevertheless, you have death row, but they're kept separate from the inmates. You have death row, you have check-ins, which they're obviously, as protective custody, they're obviously kept separate. And then you have regular inmates that's on the yard. But as I mentioned, 70s, 80s, and 90s, early 2000s, that just wasn't the case, man. Death row, man, you know, you know, when they did the interview, the infamous interview with Fleece Johnson at MSNBC, that's where he was at, death row. So if you had a life sentence, or, you know, you was just never going home, and you was notorious, and you was violent, you going to Eddyville, rather. You're going to Eddyville. And so I look up, and I'm at Eddyville. I got my khaki uniform on. That's how they dress you in Kentucky. All khaki. Black boots. They give you a khaki jacket. Khaki toboggan. Along with your shirt and pants, obviously. So I'm standing there. I got my net bag. They put your property in your net bag. Your blanket. You don't get a pillow. They put your sheets, your toilet papers, your razors, your, you know, shaving cream, toothpaste, steak soap. All of that stuff goes inside of your net bag. The officer tells me to go to 22C. Cell 22C. So as I'm walking through the dorm, if you ever been to prison, you understand that, especially your first time, it's very, very intimidating walking through a prison dorm. A prison cell. Everybody's looking at you. People's yelling out stuff. Is that him? Yeah, that's what they yell here anyway in Kentucky. Yeah, that's him. Yeah, I seen him on the news. Okay, wait till the lights go out. Yeah, that's him. They're going to do that to kind of, you know, test you, to see how you hold up, to see how you, you know, see how you react to it. I'm walking looking for 22C. I see nothing but gorillas. White, black gorillas. I'm talking about absolute gorillas, man. The roughest, toughest looking dudes that you could possibly imagine. Some of them's coming and going, you know, going to the microwave, mingling, interacting with other people in and out of cells. Then you got some that's just chilling, standing up, minding their business. And you got some that's mugging. That's how it is when you go to the pen. I didn't know a soul. I'm looking around, but I'm not trying to stare at anybody. I don't know a soul in there. Am I nervous? Yes. I'm definitely nervous. Look for 22C. I see 22C. Go into the cell. Look into the cell. Nobody's in there. So I, you know, go inside or whatever. I pull the doors open. The doors are bars. Like on the TV, like the jail bars. Now, not too many penitentiaries in Kentucky at this point have the jail bars. Typically, it's just a door. They got the jail bars. Open the door. Nobody's in the cell. Now I didn't have to walk in the cell to see nobody's in the cell. But still, I look around or whatever. Nobody's in the cell. But I see that there's obviously an individual that lives in the cell. You see the TV. You see the cooler. You see, because in prison, you can buy a cooler. People often ask, well, how do you keep your food? You know, the burgers and the Polish sausages that you buy off of commissary and, you know, the things that need to be kept cool, you buy you a cooler. You can go to the ice machine so many times a day, pour the water out, put ice on top of your food, you know, put your food in a bowl or a potato chip bag or something like that that's going to keep the water out. And that's how you keep your food cool. I see all of these items. I see shoes. The cell's very, very neat. But there's nobody in the cell. And what was more weird about the situation, it was one bed. Why would they be sending me to a one-man cell? This is a one-man cell. I'm waiting to catch the officer. Officer, are you sure I'm supposed to be going to, you know, he's making his rounds or what have you? And when I say he's making his rounds, every 15, 20 minutes, officer just walks around the door and makes sure everything's everything. Make sure, you know, there's nothing crazy going on. Officer, you sure I'm supposed to be in 22C? What did my officer tell you? Didn't he tell you you're supposed to be in 22C? Yeah, that's what he told me, man. But I'm trying to explain to him that it's only one bed in here and it has to be a mistake. Well, that's the cell you're supposed to go to, inmate. That's how them officers talk to you. I'm like, sir, yes, sir. I was really, really tripping because I ain't never talked to no officer. Sir, yes, sir. The fuck? In my younger, man, fuck you, man. That's what I, you know, more than likely, it's what I really would have said. But, hey, I got to keep it real. And in the dream, it was, sir, yes, sir. I go into the cell. I'm looking around, but I'm like, nah, this has to be a mistake. There's no way. Why would they send me to a one-man cell? Well, maybe this guy went to the hole. Maybe something, yeah, that's what happened. He went to the hole, so they're probably going to come and pack his stuff up, and then this will be my cell. Okay, that's beautiful. I got a one-man cell. That's straight. I'm sitting there. I don't really have much to unpack. It's only one locker, so I don't have anything to really put my stuff in, so I just kind of set my nap bag on the floor. Then I'm about to walk out of the cell. As I walk out of the cell, or as I attempt to walk out of the cell, two dudes is walking into the cell. Two black dudes. I don't know what their names were. They're walking to the cell. What's up? Hey, how you doing, man? I'm thinking that one of the dudes is, you know, one of the gentlemen that the cell belongs to. Technically, it doesn't belong to him, but he's, you know, staying in the cell. Y'all rock with me, man. Y'all let me know in the comment section while I take my my beverage break, rather. Where you chiming in from? I'm in Lexington, Kentucky, man. Let me know where you chiming in from. So as I mentioned, the two gentlemen's walking in. Hey, how you doing? Whatever. Okay. Cell must belong to him. I see dude, he's grabbing stuff. Noodles and Mountain Dews and Fagos, honey buns, popcorn. These are popular items in prison. Summer sausages. He's putting them in a bag. He fills the bag up and walks out. Prison, you see no evil, you hear no evil. You mind your business. I'm thinking that the dude is okay. He must be playing poker or he's making a transaction because that's money. That's currency in prison. Commissary. Leave out of the cell. I walk around the dorm. When I'm walking around the dorm, I don't even get a chance to go to the yard. I guess the yard may have been closed, so I'm walking around the dorm. Everybody in the cell is fucking 5'11". I mean, literally everybody's like 5'11" in the cell. Big dudes, man, stomping through the yard. I mean, stomping through the dorm, man. You know what I'm saying? Now, everybody is like, has size on them like they just 5-6 hours a day just doing pull-ups, push-ups, dips, squats, everything all day long. I'm the smallest dude in there, man. I ain't been working out. I ain't been doing anything. Like I said, everybody was 5'11". And I mean, you know, they were 5'11". That's weird that everybody seemed to be 5'11" in prison, but hey, I don't make the rules. Don't shoot the messenger. They were 5'11". Well, come on, kids. How do you know if they were 5'11"? They were 5'11", okay? I've seen enough people that are 5'11". They were 5'11". So I'm walking around, thinking, okay, I'm bound to see somebody that I know. Like I said, you got blacks, you got whites, you got Mexicans. These are the people that I seen. Ethnicities that I seen. I didn't know nobody. Probably about 30 minutes later, count time. They call count time. That's a serious thing in prison, count time. Go back to your cell immediately. Go back to your cell immediately. Have your ID. Hold it up like this at chin, chin high, to where they can see it. They look at you. They look at the ID. Then they move on. If you disrupt the count, that's a major, major write-up. Disrupting count will land you in the hole. Go back to my cell. I see a totally different dude. A totally different dude that he wasn't one of the two people that came to his cell earlier. This dude was a gorilla, man. I'm talking about an absolute gorilla. But I found it odd because he was white. Had to have weighed about 240, 245, 250. Big old arms, man. Tattoos on his, he got a couple tattoos on his face. He don't have a bald head. He got like a short haircut or whatever. He had tattoos on his head. So you can see the tattoos, but he still has hair on it, on his head or whatever. Pause, double pause, triple pause. And you could tell that this dude was not a joke. You could tell that this dude was not a pushover. You could tell that this dude was more than likely well respected on the yard. Big Keith. That's what they called him, Big Keith. So I'm in the cell. He comes in. What's up, my nigga? I look at him. I'm like, what's up? So he's looking at me. I'm looking at him. He was like, so, what are you doing in here? I said, shit, man. I just got here today. It's the cell they sent me in. He said, does this look like a 2-man cell to you? I said, nah, man. Don't look like no 2-man cell to me. But when I try to go to the CO and tell him, I'm speaking, I'm answering him, but I'm answering him firm. You see what I'm saying? I'm not on some more, well, I thought so, but I didn't know. Nah, when I'm answering him firm, like, nah, it don't look like a 2-man cell to me. Like, same way I'm talking to you all. But when I went to the officer and told him that there has to be some sort of mistake, he tells me to go back to my cell, inmate, that they don't, his officer didn't make a mistake. He said, yeah, I believe you. He said, man, this is like the 3rd time they've done this. I don't know what the discrepancy is, but this is the 3rd time that they've tried to send somebody into this cell. I'm like, yeah, I'm looking around. And I'm like, I only see one bed. I see everything. It's obviously it's a 1-man cell. Big Keith appeared to be cool. But yeah, we are still in prison. So you have to, people play a whole lot of military mind games in prison. Officer comes around. I can't say anything to the officer because it's count time. You can't disrupt count. Allow him to understand what the mistake has been. Officer comes around. Standing in the doorway. I got my ID. Big Keith got his ID. You could tell that there was a discrepancy. He's looking down. They carry like a clipboard with a sheet, and it has a spreadsheet, and it has everybody's name and so forth on it. So he's looking, and he's looking at me, and he's looking. Who are you? REALKENZ, what are you doing over in 22C? Officer, this is the cell that they told me to go to. Who is they? Who told you to go to this cell? I was like, I don't know. I just arrived, I'm a new arrival. I was told to go to 22C. I tried to approach the last officer and tell him that I thought that it may have been a mistake because it's obviously a 1-man cell. So he gets on his radio. He does his research or whatever. And come to find out, as I anticipated, I was in the wrong cell. I was supposed to be in 22B. 22B was an open bay. See, 22C was an individual cell. That's where they put the violent people at. Where they don't want to really have in a open cell or open bay, rather. So if you valiant and you've shown that you're valiant and you shown that you bout it, you bout it, I represent. Where them killers at? If you one of those, you go into an individual cell. They figure it out. I'm supposed to be in 22B. He finishes his count. He comes around. Pack your stuff. Go to 22B over there. There's nothing to pack. I've never unpacked my bag in the first place. So now I go to 22B, and keep in mind this is a dream. It's a little bitty cell. It's like, man, it's so little. It's like 8 people in the cell. And the cell was meant for maybe 3 to 4 people. I say 4 people. Let's keep the numbers even. It's 8 people in the cell. I go into the cell. I don't even have a bed. Everybody has a bunk. I don't have a bed. So I'm looking around like, bro, what? Couple dudes is on their phones, on their cell phones or whatever. Because this is after count. Count is already cleared. Once count clears, you go do what you want to do until the next count. Pretty much. So I'm just standing there, man. I'm standing there in the cell like, man, what the hell is going on? White dude, he was laying on his bed. He was on his phone talking to his girl. He's talking to his girl, whatever's a black dude on this side. Nobody saying anything to me. Finally, the black dude's like, my dog, you can sit down on my bed. Prison, you don't sit down on nobody else's bed. I'm straight, my dog. I'm going to stand up. That's what's up. I don't know if it was a test. I don't know, but you don't sit on anybody else's bed. Now, if you real, like, cool with somebody, something like that, but if somebody invites you to sit on their bed, no. So I'm standing there in the cell. A couple people, they done pull their phones out. They talking on the phones. Then when they get off the phones, they putting their phones up in the ceiling. That's where they would hide their phones at. In like the little light fixtures or whatever. So I'm standing there. He's like, hey, my dog, what they call you? I said, Kenz, man. He said, can you see this phone? Can you see any traces of a phone? I'm looking around. I'm like, nah, I can't tell that there's a phone in there. He's like, guess what's up? So I walk back out of the cell. And I'm walking in the dorm again. I'm about to head to the yard. When I'm going to the yard, Big Keith comes out. What's up, man? Where my stuff at? I'm like, what? Where my stuff at? What are you talking about? Where your stuff at, man? What are you talking about, bro? Now, I'm not all like we're close, but we're not like within swinging range. He's not like all up on me. I'm not, but I know that body language, he's not too happy. He knows exactly what he had in his inventory. I'm missing 6 Mountain Dews, 4 Fagos, 12 honey buns, 16 noodles, 2 summer sausages. Where my stuff at, man? I'm telling you, I'm about to kill you. Bro, what are you talking about? I don't have no stuff. This is what I came with. You can look in 22B, you can look at everything I got. Well, who else was in my cell? Wasn't nobody else in my cell. Who else would have it? My stuff didn't grow legs and walk away. Bro, I don't have your stuff, man. 2 dudes came in the room. I thought you was one of the dudes that, lived in the cell or whatever. So, you know what I'm saying? They grabbed the stuff, put it in a bag, and walked off. I don't know who did it. Now I catch myself. Now, hold on. I can't be telling who did it. First of all, I don't know who did it. That's the first thing. Y'all seen their faces, but I don't know their name. Look, bro, I don't know who did it, man. I just seen 2 dudes come in the cell, grab some stuff, put it in a bag, and walk off, man. I don't know nobody here. I just got here, man. I don't know nothing. So you gonna just let somebody come in the cell? Bro, I ain't even know who I was in the cell with. I ain't even know that. Are you getting loud? You getting tough? Look, man, I don't even know who was in this. I don't even know. You know what I mean? Like, I thought it was you. So you mean to tell me 2 son bitches came in my cell, man? I'm like, yeah. Well, you gonna point them out to me. Man, I don't know who they are, man. Oh, you don't know who they are? Man, I don't know who they are. So the officer comes, there a problem? Everything cool? Is everything? Yeah, officer, everything straight. Big key. Yeah, officer, everything straight. I don't say nothing. Okay. He gives me that gesture. Oh, my God. Big Keith. I don't know Big Keith, but as I mentioned, he don't seem as though he's about no games. Now, Big Keith is after me. I ain't even been here a few hours now. I got Big Keith, who seems to be notorious, is after me. I walk out on the yard. I still don't see anybody I know. Nobody. I hit the loop. Walking the loop, the track, the inner confines of the prison. I see my partner Spanky. I ain't seen Spanky since Little League Baseball. What's up, man? What's up, Lex, man? Or Kenz, how you doing, man? What's I'm like, man, you remember? Yeah, you look the same. So, we spin the block a couple times, walk the loop. He got the coffee, got the triple. Hit this, nigga. Triple in coffee is your coffee, your sugar, and your creamer. That's mandatory. It's a triple. So we walk, we spin the block a couple times or whatever, hit the loop. Man, who's Big Keith, bro? Big Keith. Yeah, Big Keith, man. So I tell him the situation. He's like, bro, that's the wrong person to have problems with. I'm like, what? He looked like he's about that action, about that drama. He's like, man, he's about that drama. Big Keith been here for like 22 years. He's in here he done murked people since he's been in. He's in here for murder. He done, killed a couple people since he's been in. And how did you manage to get, into a confrontation with him? So I told him or whatever. He's like, man, I'm surprised he didn't do something to you right then and there. I was like, well, shit, man. If he had it just would have been on. I ain't saying what would have happened, but I ain't going to just let nobody just take me. He was like, plus, man, Big Keith, man, he like him boys. I'm like, what? Yeah, Big Keith like him boys, man. He known for just, choking this man all the way out. Like, he'll just choke you out. You see them big hands he got? I said, yeah, I did notice he got some big fists. He'll choke you all the way out, man. And just drag you to wherever, whether it's the shower, the cell, wherever he can, behind the bleachers or whatever, and have his way with you. Oh, my God, man. I done got into it with a notorious booty bandit. Not just a regular booty bandit, a notorious, violent booty bandit. Yeah, and Big Keith, another thing, he will push that blade, but a lot of times he don't even have to. And he got goons. See over there? Try not to make it too obvious or whatever where you're looking at. I look over there, that's his whole car. It's about 15 of them. He's like, and that's not even all of them. He said, that's his whole car, man. They do what he says, man. Like, he drives that whole car. That's basically, it means it's his gang, it's his crew. They on go. When he say it's gonna rain, they don't say when's it gonna rain. They just go get their raincoat type shit. Oh my God, man. So now I don't know what to do. I don't know anybody on this whole yard but you. Look, bro. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna slide, man. I'm gonna get on out of here, man. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna holler at you, whatever. Basically, dude was trying to duck off in the cut. He was trying to ghost me. He don't want people to see that, Big Keith has a problem with me and you walking with me. So in prison, you with him, so you gonna get it just as well. He slides off. I'm walking by myself, walking the loop. How did I get myself in this predicament, this situation? I'm walking the loop. I would take 100 steps or whatever and do push-ups. Take 100 steps, do push-ups. I don't know why. I just did it. It's a dream. Bear with me. Rock with me. Walk a couple loops, additional loops or whatever. End up going back into the dorm. I go back into the dorm. I go into my, the cell, whatever. Again, I don't have no bed. It's a dream. I don't even remember why I slept at, to be honest. I don't remember. Or I don't recall. About a week passes. Kind of getting accustomed to the yard. Haven't had had any problems with Big Keith. Ain't said anything to me. Really hadn't looked my direction. But I understand what this is about. I understand that it's going to go down. I find myself a blade. You know what I mean? I find myself a sword of justice, if you will. I got to be able to protect myself. So dude tells me, black dude's like, hey, look, bro, be careful with that, man, because you get caught with that, man. If you get caught with that, you go into the hole for 6 months, and they're going to hit you with an outside charge, man. Man, I don't care what they hit me with. I ain't letting nobody just take me. I done already heard about Big Keith. Ain't nobody just gonna take me. And if it happens, I'm going down swinging, you know what I'm saying? But ain't nobody just gonna, nah. I kept that sword of justice with me everywhere I went and just hope and pray that the officers didn't. So I kept a good rapport. My personalities kind of always helped me out in life. So when I seen the officer, I wasn't kissing up to, hey, how you doing today, officer? So I was trying to build a rapport as far as when they seen me, I would speak. I wasn't mugging or whatever. So even when they did pat me down, it was just a quick pat down, going your way, because they have quotas that they have to make. So they have to pat so many people down, search so many people, per shift. So, hey, how you doing today, officer? Even no matter how nasty they were, hey, how you doing? So I rarely even got, patted down. And like I said, when they did, it was, okay, go home. Go home. See what I'm saying? But I got the sword of justice on me, man. I'm knowing at any given time that this big son bitch can try me. In my mind, I'm already neck, face, area, all up in here. All this, I ain't really trying to, it's all up in here is where I'm trying to, all up in here, man. That's why I want to, that's what I'm aiming for. Because I know it's going to happen, man. I understand that this is life or death. This is a situation where I really, really fear for my life. I really have to, genuinely be concerned because I know that it's going down. I just don't know when. So at all times, I got to have it on me. Checking into the hole and running, that's not an option. What am I going to check in for? This dude got goons. He got goons. He's just going to send some people to the hole. Hey, I don't feel safe on the yard, man. I need some protection. And send some people in to try to do me in, if you will, in the hole. I mean, in, what do you call it? Y'all jump in the comments. Let me know what you call it when you, PC. This is it. In my mind, I'm thinking, this is it. Elizabeth, I'm coming to see you. I'm coming to see you. That's really what I'm thinking. Every night. How did I manage to find myself? I really want to go talk to the dude, but I understand this is prison. Everybody doesn't know. No, once it's up, it's stuck in prison 9 times out of 10. So I can't go to this man and talk to him because I have nothing to offer. Like, sometimes you can talk your way out of it. You have some money. You have some money. Okay, well, look, man, this is what we can do. But that wasn't the case. Then I started thinking, man, I don't know. Nah, I'm not going to be able to talk my way out of this. Violence. Violence is the only thing that people understand and respect in prison. Violence. For you all that's been in prison, especially y'all been in the feds, did stretches. It don't even have to be the feds, but you've done stretches. You understand. Violence is the only thing that people understand. They might not necessarily respect it, but then again, they do respect it. Oxymoron. Violence. But you don't really want to go there. I'm not even a violent individual. I'm a counterfeiter. I ain't violent, man. I ain't gonna kill nothing or let nothing die. But about my manhood, oh man, it's gonna be what it's gonna be. As I mentioned, I've been there for about a week, a little bit over a week. They give me a job. Everybody in prison has to have a job. You have to have a job. 9 times out of 10, unless you know somebody, you've been there before, you have a special skill, you know how to drive the backhoe, or you know how to, you're electrician or a plumber, or, a special skilled worker, you're going to start out in the kitchen. Sometimes the laundry if you're lucky, but most of the time the kitchen. But that job's oversaturated, or a janitor. Those are the 3 jobs that you're going to start out. Now, if it's summertime, a landscaper. They call it a landscaper. That ain't no motherfucking landscape. You're going to be out there mowing grass and weed eating. Wintertime, plowing snow. They put me in the laundry. It's like the basement. The laundry room is the basement. It's like the jail under the jail. Laundromats, industrial laundromats all around. It's dark. It's not dark, but it's not lit up or, by any stretch of the imagination. So I'm in the basement, doing my job. I look up, see 6 shadows. Again, you all, keep in mind, this is a dream, okay? This is a dream. I see 6 shadows walking towards me. Look up, it's Big Keith and his crew. And they coming for me. I knew that this moment was coming, I just didn't know when, as I've mentioned. You thought I forgot, boy? You thought that I forgot that you stole from me? You thought that I forgot that you stole from Big Keith? The dude was talking like Stone Cold or somebody, and he had a beer in his hand. He had 2 beers in his hand, one in each hand. He gave his little soliloquy, his speech. Cracked the beers open and drunk both of them simultaneously, beer running down his. So I'm looking like, damn, I want one of them beers. Forgot that my safety, forgot that I was about to be unalived. I'm looking at this brew like, damn, I want one of them beers. They run up on me, they rush me. They rush me, I pull my sword of justice out. I kept it on me at all times. I pull it out. What's that little thing gonna do? It wasn't like I had a ice pick that was, 3-4 feet long, foot long or whatever. But I had, keep them up off of me. They run up on me. I slice a couple of them, but that's all I could do. There's 6 of them, man. They whooping me. Y'all remember how on the movie, what's that movie with Andy? Andy and y'all jump in the comments, man, because I know that you all know exactly what I'm talking about. Andy and Morgan Freeman. Oh man, I cannot believe I can't remember the movie. But you all jump in the comments and let everybody know exactly what I'm speaking of. When they caught him down in the basement when he was working laundry and he was trying to fight the people off, he had like a broom or a rake or something like that in his hand, but he couldn't fight them off. It was 4 or 5 of them, and that's how it was. I was fighting them off as much as I could with my sword of justice, but it was small, and they finally got me, man. They had me. One of them was holding me from this side, the other one was holding me from this side. Oh, you thought you was tough? You thought you was tough? Boom, hit me in my stomach a couple times, just like the movies, just like what you see in the movie. Boom, huh? Boom, hit me again in my stomach. Ugh. I raise my head up. I say something sarcastic. Oh, you think this is a game? Nah, I just want one of them beers. You want one of these beers, huh? Boom, hit me a couple more times or whatever. Shawshank Redemption. That's the name of the movie, Shawshank Redemption. It's over. They're about to take me. I know what's going to happen. There's nothing that I can do. That's why people, when they're like, oh man, that'll never happen to me in prison, you're lying. Or you're lying to yourself. It can happen to you. You get 6 gorillas, 5 gorillas, 3 gorillas on you. What can you do? Now, you can do something about it after that happens if you live to tell about it. But during that particular moment, there's really nothing you can do. It's over with, man. It's over. Next thing I know, out of the blue, let him go. You just see a shadow. You see a hat, like a Dob hat. Let him go. They turn around. Who is that? You heard me. Let him go. He's walking forward, so the shadow's becoming smaller and smaller because his actual figure is walking, forward. I look up. They done busted me up, so I look up. Oh my God, I could not believe. It was like a light was shining. Big Keith is looking around. His goons is looking around. They let me go. I fall to the ground. I'm out of it. That's my peoples. Hold on. Fleece? Fleece Johnson, son bitch, is that you? It's Fleece Johnson. That came out of nowhere, out of the blue. Fleece Johnson, the booty warrior. Who you think it is? That's my peoples. Let him go. Okay, Fleece. I've been waiting on this moment. It's Big Keith. I've been waiting on this moment, Fleece. The return of the booty warrior. Ain't nothing changed about me. All due respect, Fleece. You in your 60s now. You're not in your 20s and 30s anymore. Your name don't hold weight the way that it once did. No matter how old I get, I'm still a warrior. I'm still a warrior. Fleece continues to come forward. Get him! They run towards him. Fleece is whooping dudes, man. You know what I'm saying? Like on the movie The Equalizer, like Denzel, he was just whooping people. I'm on the ground. I'm trying to gather my composure, gather my, my gumption, what have you. And Fleece is just, he's whooping them or whatever. He got hands. He's hitting them, the left hook off the jab. And he's really doing everything that he talks about in his videos, biting people. And he pulls out this container. When he pulls the container out, oh, he got duty. He got duty. He's going to spray everybody with duty. That's Fleece John. That's his thing. That's his #1 weapon in prison. Thing about it, they grab him, so the duty container it flies in the air or whatever, so he can't get it. So now they start beating Fleece up. Oh man, I'm getting up, I'm coming, I'm gaining my composure or whatever. No, they can't do that. So I run over there, I jump in. So now I'm fighting, Fleece is fighting, but it's 6 of them, it's 2 of us. Next thing I know, I see 2 dudes just run from, I don't know where they came from. Man, it's Big Lee and motherfucking Dante from the Dante Show Network. Hey, they come in, they throwing blows, man, Dante's laying people down, Big Lee's laying people down. I done got my strength back. We fighting or whatever, man, we whooping them. Dante says, hey, Fleece, catch. He throws this at him. He throws Fleece book at him. Who is Fleece Johnson? He throws the book at Fleece. Fleece catches. He's smacking people. Bam, bam. He's smacking people with this little bitty paperback book. So Dante's like, no, fool. So Fleece is like, what am I going to do with this book, nigga? Open it up. He opens it up, and it was a sword of justice. Like on Star Wars, man. Like on Star Wars. It was big old light just shines. Damn, nigga, why'd you say so? So, that's what he says to Dante. He pulls an ice pick out the book, man. Now, this is crazy, because only in dreams this happened. He pulls the ice pick out, and you could pull the ice pick. Like, Fleece was like, what am I going to do with this little bitty-ass ice pick? Nigga. So, he pulls it. Okay, I understand he pulls it out. Man, it was about 4 or 5, I say about 3-4 feet long. Foot long. You got an ice pick. Fleece is going to town. They see that. They want no parts. Big Lee's just... boom, boom. He don't even need no weapon. I got a weapon. I got my little bitty weapon. Fleece got his weapon. Dante, he got 2 of them. He's the blade pusher. He's doing his thing. Big Lee, now I don't even want no weapon. Big Lee just boom, boom, boom. He knocking people out. Again, if you're not familiar with Big Lee, go to Hustle Spirit 502 featuring Fleece Johnson and Big Lee. He's the guy, the gentleman that's interviewing Fleece Johnson, and you'll understand exactly what I'm speaking about. Solid dude out of Louisville, Kentucky. Shout out to Louisville, Kentucky 502. Big Lee's laying them down. More goons come out of the back. Man, Keith got so many goons, but man, Big Lee, boom, boom. It don't even matter if they got sword. It don't even matter if they had a gun. Well, I don't know about a gun, but you know what I mean. If they had swords, they had knives, man, they couldn't fool with Big Lee. A couple of them got poked, got stabbed up or whatever. I'm doing my thing. Dante's doing his thing. Fleece is doing his thing. He's throwing them hands. Fleece had hands. He's throwing them hands. They run off. They stabbed up, cut up, bleeding, whatever. They run off. We giving each other dap, man. What's happening, man? What's good? What's happening? I appreciate that, bro. Dante from the Dante Show Network. He's a businessman. As soon as it's over with, he walks off. Hey, y'all owe me. He walks off. I'm looking at Fleece. Fleece is looking at me. Damn. That's what this is going to come to. I done seen him on MSNBC. I done seen a lot of his interviews. I know what Fleece is about. Was about at that, was about, rather. Fleece is going to try to get me, man. So, yeah, they saved the day just so Fleece can get me. What's up, Fleece? What's up, Kens? What's up, REALKENZ? Ho. Ain't nobody know me by REALKENZ. How you know I'm REALKENZ? Nigga, I see your YouTube channel, REALKENZ TV 859. I'm only 65 miles up the road in Louisville. You in Lexington. I see you, nigga. I'm still reluctant. I don't know what's getting ready to happen. Damn, Fleece. Hold on. I thought you was out of prison. What are you even doing here? Don't worry about all that. I ride for my people. I'm for my people. Big Lee, hold on, y'all. Y'all calm down. Y'all calm down. Y'all sit down, man. We sit down. Fleece and I sit right beside each other, but I'm still watching, man. Like, man. Big Lee say, REALKENZ, didn't I tell you we was going to do our interview? Then I tell you that, we was going to sit down once I got everything as far as the book deal and the, the movie and everything. Then I tell you, I'm a man of my word, man. My word is bond. Then I tell you, yeah, you did tell me, Big Lee. So even if we had to come back in the pen to save your ass, we're going to get this interview. And we sit down and they proceeded to, Big Lee proceeded to interview me in front of Fleece Johnson and including Fleece Johnson in the interview. It was a hell of a dream, man. Come on, Ken, you didn't dream. Yes, I did. Yes, I did. How could I make all of that up? I definitely dreamt that. And I think that it was on the strength, Urban Dictionary piggyback. I think that it was because that I went to sleep listening to one of Fleece Johnson's interviews, Hustle Spirit 502, featuring Fleece Johnson and Big Lee. And it just made me have like a crazy, crazy dream. See, a lot of people look at Fleece Johnson, the booty warrior, as an individual that was in prison, just despicable and taking people. And, and those type of things do happen in prison. Again, I don't condone any of those things, but those things do happen in prison, man. The reality, see, some people want to hear these prison stories, but when it comes to the reality of the prison stories, as far as the things that really, really happen, it makes you a little bit uncomfortable. But sometimes you have to be willing to have the uncomfortable conversations or listen to the uncomfortable interviews if you really want to know the real. I've talked to people. I'm in Kentucky. I've talked to several people. They say Fleece wasn't in there. Yeah, he was doing his thing, don't get me wrong, but it wasn't forced. It wasn't anything like that. It was just people that was, they was with it, and, it's just what it was. Fleece wasn't no joke. Fleece wasn't to be fooled with. He wasn't, he was going to get you. It was a person you just left alone. Put him on the do not pay no attention to. Leave him alone. Because you're going to get your issue, man. And I guess the respect that I have for him and Big Lee, I guess it kind of translate. I don't know if translated, but I guess it just kind of spilled over into my, my dreams or what have you. Because when I was locked up with Fleece Johnson, man, he saved me, man. Dante from the Dante Show Network, him and I speak often, at least 2 or 3, probably 3 times a week, easily. These guys saved me. Big Lee, I've had communication with him through, comments and email. They saved me, man. Y'all jump in the comments. Do you all think that meant anything? These guys saved me, man, because Big Keith and his crew, man, they was going to get me, man. There was nothing that I could do. From that point on, I would imagine, because I don't remember anything after that, but I would imagine you all knew that Fleece Johnson, Dante from the Dante Show Network, a.k.a. the motherfucking Blade Pusher, and Big Lee was rocking with REALKENZ. So you run up on REALKENZ, you run up on these gentlemen, to say the least. REALKENZ TV. Hopefully you like the video. Feel free to comment, definitely share, subscribe to the channel if you're not already subscribed, and be sure to hit that post notification. So anytime I bring you this action and this heat, guess what? You're amongst the first to receive. Now, when I say this heat, so we're going to rewind it back, because I do the manual rewind. This heat. That's how it was when Big Lee was knocking them fools out. Big Keith and his crew. Then the other ones came out of nowhere. I don't know where they came from. And Big Lee, I don't need no sword of justice or none of that, man. He was just throwing them hands, man, and just knocking people out, man. Louisville 502, the Louisville Cardinal land, man, the Chopper Chill. Hey, I'm telling you, they don't play in Louisville, man. They don't play in Louisville. And Big Lee showed that exemplified that with those hands he got. REALKENZ TV. Hopefully you all enjoyed the video / story / dream, because all it was a dream. It was a dream. This story was a dream. It was all a dream. I used to read Word Up magazines. REALKENZ TV. I holla.